Hey everyone, today I want to discuss with you somebody very near and dear to my heart, and that's going to be my great-grandfather. I wanted to discuss some of the characteristics about him. I wanted to talk about how dedicated he is, or was, and what I learned from him. The first one is his characteristics. I think he knew the Bible cover to cover. I mean, he would spit out verse after verse after verse sitting at the dinner table. And that's just what I really loved about him. You could ask him, "Hey, Paul, what did this verse say?" And he would tell you word for word what came out of that Bible. The second thing I wanted to talk about is how dedicated he was. He was dedicated to his wife because when she developed Alzheimer's, he couldn't take care of her, of course. They were a little on up there in age, and he just felt like he couldn't take as good of care of her as he needed to. So he decided that he was going to put her in a nursing home, but he just showed his dedication because he was up at that nursing home every single day. It did not matter if it was snowing outside, if there was a thunderstorm, he was up there, whether she knew him or not, because some days she wouldn't even know who he was, which is, Alzheimer's is a very sad thing. But he was up there and he was very dedicated. The third thing I wanted to mention was the things that I learned from him. The first thing I learned from him was how to be a very godly woman. He was a very Christian man. I learned almost everything I know from him through his love for God. And the second thing I learned from him was how to be a dedicated spouse. He was so dedicated, as I said, going up to the nursing home every day to visit my great-grandmother. I mean, he was just the definition of a good Christian man who is dedicated to his wife. And I mean, how much more perfect can you get from that? I wanted to share a quote to leave off, and I'm going to read it from 2 Timothy verse 4, 7 and 8. Let's see if I can get it here, because I haven't memorized it yet. I guess I need to. But it says, "I have fought a good fight. I have finished the race. I have kept the faith. Henceforth there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness, which the Lord, the righteous judge, will award me on that day. Not only to me, but also to all who have loved his appearing." It was read at his funeral. He loved that verse. And honestly, it's so true. If you follow the Lord, he has a crown that is so righteous to give to you when you get to heaven. So I just wanted to leave y'all on that note. I loved my grandfather, and he finished his race, as it says in 2 Timothy verse 4, 7 and 8. Thank y'all so much.